the gap. I'm smarter than the average bear. Okay, and those are things that you need to know on this Tuesday. It's time now for a look at news headlines. Paging Paul Harvey.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
And sad news today, as I mentioned in the start of the program. A teacher killed, 2 students injured in Nevada school shooting. A Nevada student opened fire at his middle school yesterday with a handgun he stole from his parents. He shot and killed his teacher and injured 2 other students before killing himself. The teachers, Mike Lansbury, a popular math teacher at the school, was trying to stop the shooter when he was killed. When the shooting began, students ran into the school building in chaos. The 2 wounded children are listed in stable condition. A motive is yet unclear. Same-sex weddings start in the state of New Jersey. Becoming the 14th state to do so, New Jersey began recognizing same-sex marriages yesterday morning at 12:01. Governor Chris Christie also dropped his appeal against legalized same-sex marriages in the state, which was challenging a lower court's decision to legalize gay marriage starting yesterday. Newark Mayor Cory Booker carried out same-sex marriages yesterday at City Hall in the early morning hours. And also, as I mentioned at the start of the program, ahead of the holiday shopping season, Apple is expected to unveil upgrades to its iPad line at 1 o'clock this afternoon at a news conference with CEO Tim Cook. According to CNN, the iPad will likely get a design makeover and a weight loss program. The iPad mini will now have high-resolution Retina display that came out on last year's full-sized iPad. The line is also expected to be faster in its new incarnation. And that's a look at news headlines for today. We'll have a look at the weather forecast in just a moment. But I would be remiss if I didn't pay homage to my sponsors as we continue on with the program. And want to thank, my dear friend Chris Mayer with Wishing Stars Native Creations. Also, to my friend Maria Sewer with Maria Sewer Fine Art Today. And to Colin Marshall and ClassicPatioChairs.com at Marshall Woodworking. Okay? Just a few of my many sponsors. And you can also check out the rest of my sponsors by going to the Friends page of my website, tinyurl.com/Gunther's House. Again, that's good on your PC, Mac, or Linux computer, as well as your tablet computer, or on your smartphone at tinyurl.com/Gunther Mobile. Okay? A couple ways to check out my sponsors. You're listening to the latest edition of First Cup for the 22nd day of October 2013. And right now, let's take a look at the nationwide weather forecast.
Winter weather warning right now. Here's a live look at the Fox 6 snow stick. This is out on the weather dick.
And before we get into the weather forecast, wish to remind you that you can check out the weather forecast for the great United States of America 24/7 by clicking on the weather link at tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or on your smartphone at tinyurl.com/Gunther Mobile. And take a look at the weather forecast. I kid you not, Kevin Roth, lead meteorologist with the Weather Channel, titled today's weather forecast, The Polar Blitz. And starting off in the Midwest, a deep trough covers the eastern part of the country from the plains eastward into the upcoming weekend. Cold air from the polar region continues to flow into the plains and Midwest, keeping temperatures 10 to 20 degrees below average. Highs will be in the 30s and 40s from the Dakotas to the Ohio Valley. Milder highs with highs in the 50s and 60s are forecast in parts of Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri. 2 Alberta Clippers, that's right, 2 Alberta Clippers, I don't mean sailing ships, will push across the northern plains, upper Mississippi Valley, and Midwest with light rain and snow through Thursday. Snow accumulations, yes, that's right, snow accumulations of an inch or two are possible in parts of North Dakota, east South Dakota, far southwest of Minnesota, northern Iowa, and extreme northwest Illinois. Any rainfall should be about a quarter of an inch or less. Lake effect rain and snow showers continue into the weekend around the Great Lakes. Accumulations of 1 to 3 inches are likely in north Wisconsin and northwest Michigan through tomorrow. Colder air moves in for the second half of the week, so there could be more snow than rain showers from tomorrow night through Friday. In the northeast, a cold front marches through the region, producing showers from Maine to western Virginia and West Virginia during the day. The showers will move to the coast at night. Low pressure moving through the Midwest today gets energized as it meets the front off the northeast coast tomorrow. That could result in additional showers or rain along the coastal plain from Maine to Virginia tomorrow. Colder air blowing in behind the storm causes a mix of rain and snow showers near the interior mountains and snow showers in the mountains for tomorrow. It will be warm ahead of the front with highs in the 60s and lower 70s from coastal Maine to Virginia today. Cooler with highs in the upper 40s and 50s from West Virginia to North Vermont and North New Hampshire behind the front. Colder in all areas tomorrow with highs in the 50s along the coast and in New England and in the 40s from West Virginia and Western Virginia and West Virginia to northern New York. In the south, light showers or sprinkles are possible along the cold front from east Tennessee and west North Carolina to northern sections of Alabama and Georgia. Heavier snow showers and a few thunderstorms are likely from southeast Louisiana to eastern North Carolina. Dry conditions for Texas, Oklahoma, and the remainder of the lower Mississippi Valley for today. Fairly mild temperatures across the region with highs mostly in the 70s. Cooler 60s are likely in northern Arkansas and Tennessee. Much warmer 80s and a few low 90s are expected in central and south Florida. Colder air moves into the southwest tomorrow with highs in the 50s and 60s. Even Florida will be cooler with highs in the 70s and lower 80s for most of the state. There is still a chance late this week, though, for the first frost and some freezing temperatures across the south and southeast. And finally out west, the region will be warm and dry through Thursday. Low clouds and patchy fog are likely along the coast and in the Pacific Northwest each morning and night with some sun expected in the afternoon. Temperatures are expected to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average in most areas. Highs will generally be in the 50s and 60s in the Rocky Mountain states. In the Pacific Northwest, highs should be in the 60s and 70s, but could stay in the 50s if the sun does not break through. Warmer 70s and 80s in the southwest, with a few 90s in the desert region. And that's a brief look at the nationwide weather forecast for this Tuesday. The Kirksville, Missouri area weather forecast is calling for cloudy skies for today. A chance of showers mainly before 3 o'clock this afternoon. Otherwise mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 40s. South winds at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, shifting to the north this afternoon. Wind gust as high as 20 to 25 miles per hour. And chance of precipitation at this point is 40%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch are possible. And then for tonight, partly cloudy skies with areas of widespread frost, mainly after 4 a.m. tomorrow. Overnight lows in the middle 20s. That's right, mid-20s for overnight lows in the Kirksville, Missouri region for tonight. Northwesterly winds at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then for tomorrow, cloudy skies with a chance of showers after 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Widespread frost before 8 a.m. Otherwise, increasing cloudiness. Highs once again in the upper 40s. West winds at about 5 miles an hour. And then for the rest of the day tomorrow, again, that chance for precipitation tomorrow is 40%, with less than a tenth of an inch of rain possible. And then cloudy skies for tomorrow night. Lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Northwest winds about 5 miles an hour. Sunny skies on Thursday, a little bit warmer. Or check that, a little bit cooler, I should say. Mostly sunny on Thursday, highs in the mid-40s. Northwest winds about 10 to 15 miles an hour, with wind gust up to 20 miles an hour. Clear Thursday night, lows in the mid-20s. And then Friday, we'll finish the work week with sunny skies, highs in the upper 40s, lows in the upper 30s. Much warmer on Saturday, highs in the upper 50s, lows in the mid-30s. And then a return to slightly cooler temperatures for Sunday, under mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid-50s, lows in the upper 30s. Cloudy skies on Monday with a 30% chance of showers, highs in the mid to upper 50s. Taking a look at conditions across the region, temperatures at this hour are still on the cool side as can be expected, mostly in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Locally, winds are out of the west at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Relative humidity, let's see here if I have it for you. Relative humidity is at 54%, and with the wind chill, temperatures are feeling more like in the mid to upper 30s at this hour. And that's a brief look at the Kirksville, Missouri area weather forecast for this Tuesday. Still to come, I'll have for you today in history, celebrity birthdays in a few minutes, as well as across or wide Missouri, assuming it's available. Plus, Composer's Date Book, the Writer's Almanac with Garrison Keeler is coming up next. You're listening to First Cup.
Log of the Starship Enterprise, stardate 5943.7.
Captain Kirk, this is Lieutenant Uhura. Mr. Spock is ready to patch in. Go ahead, Mr. Spock.
I'm on the surface of the destroyed barbarian planet now, Captain.
Destroyed? What do you see, Mr. Spock?
The surviving inhabitants are in a dreadful condition. It seems they can't control their limbs, and their minds are dull and useless. Fascinating. They seem to be in a state identical to that curious 20th century Earth disease called hard drug abuse. I suspect it has destroyed all meaningful life on this wretched planet.
A tragic find, Mr. Spock.
As a Vulcan, I find the need for hard drugs to be totally illogical.
But as a half-human Spock, surely you can appreciate the suffering that hard drug abuse causes. We can only hope that other civilizations will not make the same mistake.
Hi friends, Joe Haffner here. Are you interested in buying, selling, trading, or renting a house? Or maybe you're in the market for buying or selling a car? Or perhaps selling or giving away clothes, furniture, or electronics? Well, I can help you out. Just email me, Joe, at Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com. That's Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com. Email me today with your item and or items, and together we'll come up with a creative way to buy, sell, trade, or rent any reasonable item or service that you want. Keep in mind, though, I don't deal with the exchange of firearms, alcohol items, drugs, or anything illegal or immoral. So send me an email today at Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do us all a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's Wireless Companies, and the National Safety Council.
The Writer's Almanac podcast is supported by the Poetry Foundation, publisher of Poetry Magazine, now available in a digital subscription for iPad and iPhone. Subscriptions at poetryfoundation.org/digitalmag.